The Union Budget of India is more than just a financial statement. It is a reflection of the government's vision for the country's future. The budget outlines the government's spending priorities and its strategies for fostering economic growth and social development. The Union Budget 2025, presented against a backdrop of global economic uncertainty, carried immense significance for the people of India. It sought to balance fiscal prudence with the need to stimulate growth and address critical challenges. The budget, presented by the Finance Minister, laid out a comprehensive roadmap for the financial year 2025 to 2026. It touched upon a wide range of sectors, from agriculture and healthcare to infrastructure and education. Key highlights included a revamped income tax structure, a slew of measures to boost rural incomes, and a renewed emphasis on digitalization and technological advancement. The budget's overarching theme was inclusive growth, with a focus on empowering farmers, entrepreneurs, and the youth. It aimed to create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive and for citizens to realize their full potential. The Union Budget 2025 marked a pivotal moment in India's economic journey, setting the stage for sustainable and equitable development. One of the most widely discussed aspects of the Union Budget 2025 was the overhaul of the income tax regime. The government introduced a new simplified tax structure with fewer slabs and lower rates. This move was aimed at providing relief to taxpayers, boosting consumption, and simplifying the tax filing process. Under the new regime, individuals with an annual income of up to 12 lakh rupees would have zero tax liability. This effectively meant that a significant portion of the Indian population would no longer have to pay income tax. The income tax slabs for those earning above 12 lakh rupees were also revised, with lower rates applicable across different income brackets. In addition to the revised tax slabs, the government also extended the time period for filing income tax returns. Taxpayers would now have 4 years, instead of the previous 2, to file their returns. This extension was intended to reduce the burden on taxpayers and provide them with ample time to comply with tax regulations. Agriculture, often referred to as the backbone of the Indian economy, received significant attention in the Union Budget 2025. The government unveiled a series of measures aimed at enhancing farm incomes, improving productivity, and strengthening the agricultural sector. One of the key initiatives announced was the launch of a national mission on high-yielding seeds. This mission would focus on developing and promoting the use of climate-resilient and high-yielding varieties of seeds, thereby boosting agricultural output. The government also increased the loan limit under the Modified Interest Subvention Scheme, or MIS, from 3 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees, providing farmers with greater access to credit. Recognizing the potential of niche agricultural products, the budget proposed the establishment of a Makhana board to support Makhana or foxnut farmers. This board would work towards promoting the cultivation, processing, and marketing of Makhana, boosting the incomes of farmers engaged in its production. Micro, small and medium enterprises, or MSMEs, play a vital role in India's economic landscape, contributing significantly to employment generation and economic growth. Recognizing their importance, the Union Budget 2025 unveiled several initiatives to support MSMEs and foster entrepreneurship. The government announced schemes aimed at boosting exports from the MSME sector, enabling them to tap into global markets. A dedicated export support mission was launched to provide MSMEs with the necessary guidance, resources, and support to expand their reach beyond national borders. These measures were designed to enhance the competitiveness of Indian MSMEs in the global arena. Startups, the engines of innovation and job creation, also received a boost in the budget. The government allocated funds to support startup incubators and accelerators, nurturing an ecosystem conducive to innovation and entrepreneurship. These initiatives reflected the government's commitment to fostering a vibrant startup ecosystem in India. Section 5. Investing in India's future education and healthcare. The Union Budget 2025 underscored the government's commitment to investing in human capital by prioritizing the education and healthcare sectors. Significant allocations were made to strengthen these sectors and make quality education and healthcare accessible to all. In the education sector, the budget allocated 20,000 crore rupees to support research and innovation in private institutions. This funding aimed to foster a culture of research and development across educational institutions. The government also announced the establishment of 50,000 Atal tinkering labs in government schools, providing students with hands-on learning experiences in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The healthcare sector witnessed a substantial increase in budgetary allocation, with a focus on strengthening healthcare infrastructure and expanding access to quality care. The government announced plans to add 10,000 medical undergraduate and postgraduate seats, addressing the shortage of healthcare professionals. Recognizing the growing burden of cancer, the budget proposed the establishment of daycare cancer centers in all district hospitals over the next 3 years. Section 6. Powering Progress, Energy, Infrastructure and Tourism. Infrastructure development and energy security are crucial for sustaining economic growth and improving the quality of life. The Union Budget 2025 addressed these critical areas with a focus on renewable energy, connectivity, and tourism promotion. In the energy sector, the government announced a nuclear energy mission with the aim of developing 100 gigawatts of nuclear energy by 2047. This ambitious plan reflected India's commitment to diversifying its energy mix and reducing its reliance on fossil fuels. The budget also allocated 20,000 crore rupees for research and development of small modular reactors, a promising technology for clean energy generation. The budget emphasized the importance of connectivity and infrastructure development. The UDAN scheme, aimed at improving regional air connectivity, was allocated additional funds to connect 120 new destinations. The government also announced plans to develop greenfield airports in Bihar and expand the existing airport in Patna, further enhancing connectivity and boosting economic activity. Section 7. Digital India leaps forward. Broadband, digitization, and more. The Union Budget 2025 reaffirmed the government's commitment to digital inclusion and technological advancement. Several initiatives were announced to bridge the digital divide, promote digital literacy, and leverage technology for social good. Recognizing the importance of internet connectivity in today's digital age, the budget allocated funds to provide broadband connectivity to all government secondary schools and primary healthcare centers in rural areas under the BharatNet program. This initiative aimed to bridge the digital divide between urban and rural areas and provide equal opportunities for all. The budget also proposed the launch of the Bharatiya Bhasha Pustak scheme, an ambitious project to digitize Indian language books. This initiative would make a vast repository of knowledge accessible to a wider audience, preserving India's rich linguistic diversity and promoting digital literacy. Section 8. Financial Prudence, Fiscal Deficit and Projected Tax Receipts. While focusing on growth and development, the Union Budget 2025 also emphasized fiscal prudence and responsible financial management. The government outlined its fiscal deficit target and projected tax receipts for the financial year 2025 to 2026. The fiscal deficit, which represents the gap between government expenditure and revenue, was pegged at 4.8% of GDP. The government outlined its commitment to fiscal consolidation while ensuring adequate resources for development priorities. The projected gross income tax receipts for 2025 to 2026 were estimated at 14.38 lakh crore rupees. The budget's focus on fiscal discipline reflected the government's commitment to maintaining macroeconomic stability and ensuring sustainable economic growth. By balancing growth-oriented policies with responsible financial management, the government aimed to create a conducive environment for long-term economic prosperity. Section 9. Conclusion Budget 2025, a vision for a vibrant India. The Union Budget 2025 presented a comprehensive roadmap for India's economic and social progress. It sought to balance the need for fiscal prudence with the imperative to stimulate growth, create jobs, and empower citizens. The budget's focus on infrastructure development, agricultural reforms, and digital inclusion aimed to lay a strong foundation for a vibrant and inclusive India. By prioritizing investments in education, healthcare, and skill development, the budget reflected the government's commitment to human capital development. The initiatives announced in the budget, if implemented effectively, had the potential to transform India into a global economic powerhouse. The Union Budget 2025, with its focus on inclusive growth and sustainable development, set the stage for a brighter future for all Indians.